Man, OG7 back here. Welcome back to the channel, guys, where I give it to you real and raw and tough as steel so that you know the deal. That the truth shall set you free, my friend. Because once you have the truth, you can't be beguiled or tricked or deluded by any other man. Because to thy own self be true. Because over here, guys, I want you to get in touch with Beast Mode Law and understand this, guys. We all have a dark side. If you study Carl Jung, man, Jungian philosophy, hey man, there's a dark side, a shadow self, dude, that we all suppress it. Because in modern civilized society, dude, you have to go along to get along. You have to be civil and cordial and caring, right? You have to have compassion. But dude, when you go behind the walls of maximum security prison, it's just like in the Game of Thrones, man. They're the protectors, man, of men of all realms. And so the protectors of the wall protect the people on the inside from the scary things that go dump in the dark on the outside. The only difference in maximum security prison is topsy-turvy. On the inside, dude, is the scariness and the madness and the savagery. So today, guys, I'm going to give you some tales of V for victory and G for glory so that you understand this, guys. Even in the face of fear, which is false evidence appearing real, you must take your scaredness, dude, and take the hormones that are released, the adrenaline, and turn it into fuel, man. Because for those of you youngsters that aren't from the 60s and 70s, hey, man, there used to be stories on the news like a mom. She would be in her car and her car would overturn and her baby be trapped under the wheel. And the mom would lift the car with one hand and pull the baby out with another. And scientists and doctors and physicists would say because the adrenaline that she would get released in her body, she utilized that to save her baby. In the top of today's video, I'm going to teach you guys that don't listen to me. You're still doing this gang banging, drug dealing, thug life living, man. You're thinking it's cool. Because you got all the guns and the rifles and the bombs and shit. But when you go into maximum security prison, man, all you got is these things, man. And if you don't know how to practice the 8 limbs of Muay Thai, you're going to understand, dude, that you have to face your fear, use the scaredness and adrenaline to protect your cheeks for those that seek to defile you in ways you can't imagine, my friend. So without further ado, let's get into the top of today's video, which is going to be a banger, a mind-bending experience, man. That's going to peel your wig back. The top of today's video is in maximum security prison. You can't be scared or your butt cheeks will get bared and seared savagely until they leak, my friend. So without further ado, let's get in the top of today's video, man. I'm going to react to this video here so you guys can see it's not just me. And some of you guys say I'm deluded and in maximum security prison, they don't get down like that. And I want to just say something, man. A dude from Finland commented to me, shout out to you in Finland. He says, hey, he did 12 years in maximum security prison. Over there, they don't play that shit because they give you a lobotomy and they take you off the guard. But hey, man, good for you, bro. I don't know your name, sir, but in Finland, you guys are saved from a lot of sodomy and debauchery. America's on some savage shit, bro. When they lock you up, they know you're going to get sodomized, bro. And your butt cheeks split open until you're prolapsed and you can't even poop properly. So be very thankful you're in Finland because the United States, man, that ain't how they roll it. So without further ado, let's get to the top of today's video, man, and get this cracking, guys.
You got all kind of stuff. People beating up people for commissary. You got people beating up people for their tennis shoes. You got people just sodomizing people, just going rambunctious.
I want to explain something to you guys, man. I don't know about the guys up at the band camp, Skip the Malou, My Darling camp, Holding Hands Singing camp. I can't speak on that because even when I went to level 1, there's different types of level 1s, dude. They have the level 1 outside the fucking wall, and they have the level 1 inside the wall. Depends on your custody. I had high custody, and just so you guys know, I'm the only inmate in California history to go from level 4, level 5 maximum security prison all the way down to level 1. I didn't make it to the honor ranch. They didn't let me parole. They have these early release programs where you parole to a halfway house. They didn't do that because of my crimes, dude. So I was inside the wall, and the maximum security inside the wall at Chino Prison. There's still some debauchery and savagery going on, but outside the wall, those are the model inmates that, getting with the program. I'm not saying they're rehabilitated, but they know how to fake the funk, and they know how to play the role so they can go ahead and get those honor ranch jobs, man, and honor camp jobs. I couldn't, because of my jacket, they wouldn't let me do it. I'm sharing this with you because in level 4, level 5 of California maximum security prison, it's an animalistic, demonic, satanic place, dude. All rules of civility, man, and nicety, man, and all the rules of engagement, man, of a civilized society are thrown out the window. It's all come down to, it's like welcome to the jungle, baby. Only the strong and the smart survive, man. So I want to tell you, man, in places like this, if you are scared, man, you must not show fear or weakness. Because I'm going to tell you something about animals, especially mammals and lizards, bro. Animals, demons, devils, sodomites, and predators can smell fears. When someone is scared, their body releases stress hormones like adrenaline and cortisol. So let's continue with this here, guys.
Someone comes in and is kind of scared or hesitant and stuff like that, shy, he's gonna get turned out. Chances are real high, that you're gonna get turned out. You're gonna get turned out. They rape him, go in there and rape him, and guys sometimes, commit suicide because of that.
To all my family that I ever knew, I can't live life being mistreated, lied, and stolen from, and most of all being hurt. I most of all mean being behind bars when I say being hurt.
We had about a 2-minute long conversation. And he was crying on the phone. And he said, "Mom, I'm emotionally and mentally destroyed." That's the last time I really ever heard his voice.
The physical exam in the records did document that there were tears in the anus at certain times. They usually call it at 10 o'clock or 2 o'clock, given as a diagram of a clock. Even though it was documented, it was just covered over as if it never happened.
So I want to share something with you guys, man. And first I want to read something to you off the internet, and you're more than welcome to Google it. But I just Googled what it means to be scared, and here's it comes straight from the Oxford Dictionary, dude, the Webster's Addiction. It says to be scared means to be in a state of fear, fright, or panic. For example, someone might be scared of snakes or scared to go out, or scared of the dark, dude, or scared of big, strong motherfucking Cro-Magnon Neanderthal motherfuckers looking to break your cheeks open. Here's some synonyms of being scared include afraid, alarmed, frightened, horrified, shocked, spooked, and terrified. When someone is scared, their body releases stress hormones like adrenaline and cortisol, which can cause their heart rate and blood pressure to increase. They may also breathe faster and experience changes in blood flow. The word scared comes from the Old Norse word skira, which means to frighten. I want to share this with you guys because the human body is a very powerful, magical thing. That's why I asked you guys to get into Stoicism and esoteric teachings, dude, so you can be illuminated and enlightened to the power you have within you. I ask you guys to go within, get in touch with your dark shadow self and beast mode law, because, okay, when you're outside in society, you're at work, you're at school, you're around your family, I understand you have to be, caring and kind, and you have to be a civil servant. I got that. But man, at least once a week you should go. I would suggest you do it daily for about 2 hours. Go into a dark room, lock it, turn off your phone, the radio, your computer, and just let your mind roam. You can call it meditation. You can call it whatever you want to call it. I call it getting in touch with your inner self, dude, your dark side, and let your thoughts flow. And just get in, become friends with your dark shadow self, because there's power in there, dude. You have to embrace it, and you have to align yourself with that. So that way, Whenever you're in a scared situation, guys, let me tell you something. When your body releases adrenaline, it can be used as fuel, strength, and power to release the savage beast dark side of you to defeat your enemy. As no one is coming to save you, man, there's no Captain Save a Cheeks in prison, because the very guys you think coming to save your cheeks, they want to turn too, man. It's like when you have these 304s on the cock carousel, man. And you got to understand, if a girl is an Instagram model, dude, and she's a hottie, like you guys say, hey, man, she's not your woman. It's just your turn. And if you show fear or weakness or you frightened easily in maximum security prison, everybody's going to take turns on your cheeks, man, because they see that you meek, dude, and the weakness they will exploit. And you're just going to be a motherfucking throat goat, sloppy toppy, tasting your own feces and just suck it off the motherfucking dominator's cock. And you're going to have tears in your anus, dude. You got a tear in your anus, you're open to septic shock, dude. Because when your anus tears, dude, you're not supposed to have poop and feces in your blood, man. I forget what it's called, but it poisons your blood. If those of you know what it's called in the comments, put the comment in there for me, dude, because I don't do a lot of research on tears and anuses. I just know it happens, man. Because when somebody forcefully takes your cheeks, even when they lube it up, dude, your anus is meant to expel feces and fecal matter or waste. It's not meant to get your shit pushed in by multiple guys with 8, 9, 10, 12, 15-inch swipes, baloney ponies, sausages, whatever you want to call it, going balls deep up in you, talking about Oklahoma, Alabama, take it all up in you, man. Now, Mississippi, I can't take it up in me. Mississippi, have mercy on me. There ain't no mercy, motherfucker. Listen to this sad mom hear her story.
I have found forgiveness for those who have hurt me in my life, which has been a very short one, only 17 years.
Well, Rodney, he was a really small stature person. He probably didn't weigh 105 pounds at the most. I'll never forget his face and his eyes. He had the sweetest face. And he smiled. I remember he smiled a lot. Unfortunately, in the prison, there's a hierarchy or a pecking order. There are those that they call the haves and the have-nots. Rodney would be considered a have-not.
So I'm going to explain this to you guys who don't really understand, or you don't know how to read between the lines, or hey, I understand you haven't been exposed to the animalistic, demonic, sodomites, and satanic Luciferians, man, the predators, dude, and the perverts. In maximum security prison, there's a hierarchy, man. What it normally comes down to is 3 things, and I want to share this with you. First and foremost, I don't care what the youngsters say in the comments. They ain't never been in maximum security prison. They got some physical specimens, man. I seen dudes between the ranges of 6'8", 6'10", 7 foot, between 350, 400 pounds, just specimens with long gorilla arms and fucking monkey knuckles, bro. The genetic lottery, bro. These motherfuckers could have been NFL players, man, NBA players, NHL, National Hockey League, MLB, Major League Baseball. But they're true alphas. They don't know how to get along in society. They're out in society dominating, subjugating small men and women and children. So they get locked up as they should be. But in maximum security, this prison, there's a hierarchy where the strong, the strong man prey on the weak, dude. And it's the biggest, strongest motherfuckers that have most of the power, and they the big bucks just busting your cheeks open, man. And ain't nobody walking around smiling in maximum security prison like little, I don't know if his name, little Tommy, little Sammy, whatever his name is, little poopy pants. Oh, he was so handsome and he's smiling, he's happy. They took the smile, they wiped his happiness away every time they ripped his cheeks open. He had tears in his butt cheeks, guys. Can you imagine that? You got the poop in your butt cheeks is tore open and you got a prolapse. And now you got Hep V and Hep C and AIDS and shit and herpes and syphilis in your butt. And you're only 17. They sent in a minor to maximum security prison. I don't know what he did. I'm just commentating, but all I know is this. The Alpha Cro-Magnum Neanderthals rule. Here's the number 2 dude, man. The motherfuckers like the serial killers and the cannibals, they don't have to be Cro-Magnon fucking genetic lottery. They just the mentally insane, the what is it called? Criminally insane, dude. The psychopath, social. There's a lot of them in maximum security prison. They don't give a fuck. And let me tell you something about crazy people. Let me lower my voice for you youngsters. This is what you got to learn about retarded dudes on the spectrum. What's the other one is it called? I don't know. If you're on the spectrum, it's like Rain Man. What's it called? I don't know what it's called, but dudes like that, man, you know, you're retarded, or you're on the spectrum, or you just is criminally insane, or you're a psychopath. They don't understand physics, and those dudes are super strong, man, and they bite your nose off, bite your lips off, bite your ears off, bite your fucking swipe off. They savages, and they don't feel no pain because most of them's on psych meds. When I was on psych meds, I didn't feel no pain, my friend. Your body's numb. And they hear demons, man. I see dead people, man. I eat him and fuck him. Yeah. So even the Alpha Cro-Magnon don't fuck with them dudes. Them dudes just walk the yard like me. I had a fucking homie the clown haircut, man. You know what I'm saying? Bald on top of a big fro. My beard was long. I was 340 pounds, no neck, just huge. 23 and a half inch arms, man. Hey, dude, 36-inch thighs and 20-inch calves, just swole and strong as hell. And on psych meds. Here's the number 3 in the hierarchy, dude. The really smart dudes that like they play chess. They're very intelligent. There's some really smart dudes in prison because there's a fine line between genius and insanity. I met some smart dudes in prison. Unfortunately, you guys asked me some positive comments. They're too busy manipulating people. Those are the shot callers, man. And a lot of them are on drugs, dude, and they're fucking sodomites, dude. See, there's 2 different types of people in prison, man. You have the booty warriors, man, like they just go around and take it, man. Look at them like a Nephilim or a Gilgamesh, right? Or a giant, you know, like a fallen one, if you guys is down with that shit. They just go around taking it. Then it's the booty bandit. This is like the gang leaders, man, the shot callers. They don't have to take it, bro, because they got so much power and influence. They know how to talk to you like the dude from Game of Thrones, Littlefinger. Or what's the guy, the little dwarf dude's name? Put his name in the comments if you know what I'm talking about. The little dwarf from, the little Lannister dwarf from Game of Thrones. Put his name in the comment section for me. But he's very good at talking to people. Or the eunuch dude, what's his name? He got the little birds that whisper all the time. Lord Baelish or whatever. These guys are very smart, dude. They're very good at manipulating people, persuasion, coercion. And they talk you out of your cheeks, man, and you make you think it's the right thing to do. And then they pass you around to their homies to show that ain't no love unless ain't no fun unless all the homies get some. Then the homies know we all gonna eat. This is a phrase back east. If I got some food, we all gonna eat. We got some bread. I got his cheeks. You all gonna get some. So that's all I'm saying. I'm sorry if I got excited and raised my voice because you youngsters get in the fetal position and suck your thumb with your finger in your culo. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sorry that you're soft like that, but this is the reality of maximum security prison. Let's continue.
I'm very sorry to end my life this way, but if I don't do this, someone will. I'm saying I'd rather die of my own free will than be killed. That's why I must do this.
If I remember correctly, this trash can, we have taught it. It was.
Yeah.
It might have been right there, but I think it's been moved.
It has
I think
been.
it was a
Look
little
right
closer
there.
up. I mean, we had flames come out of the trash can that got, I would say, at least 10, 15 feet high from different chemicals poured in and it's lighting it. You know, it barely been burnt. It matter of minutes they had it out. But it's the fact of what little things you can do that can still have you put to prison. You know, misdemeanor arson, where did it get us? You know, it was funny the time being, but where did it get him today?
Wow, dude, I didn't know that. See, come on. This is what I'm trying to tell you square dudes that come to my channel and y'all be making comments like, yeah, don't do the crime if you can't do the time. And yeah, you motherfuckers shouldn't be breaking the law and all that. And I understand. I'm with you. Listen to me, dude. I'm a law-abiding citizen, square dude. Unfortunately, I can't control my past, but I can control my present, my future. Ask my girlfriend Yoni. I don't speed. I don't jaywalk, dude. I pay my taxes, dude. I don't lie, cheat, steal. I don't bully people, dude. I talk nice to people. Hey, youngster, man, like, you know, you might want to calm down, man. Please don't bother me. I'm doing all these things to be a law-abiding citizen, to be a good Joe, to be a good Urkel type dude, Leave It to Beaver type dude. Because I know it's on the other side, but when I'm trying to explain to you square dudes, you tax-paying citizens, you law-abiding, I love you righteous Americans, dude, because that's what our country's built on. You can do something, man, that you think it's like minor or something that's really small, is insignificant, man. This dude did a misdemeanor arson and his brother got sent to prison at 17 years old. And they sent him to maximum security prison, dude, with the lifers and the sodomites, bro. And the grapists and the cannibals, man. A 17-year-old boy. You could look at his brother and see the same genetics, man. His brother's a little pretty motherfucking blonde-haired, blue-eyed motherfucker with pink pouty lips and a pink puckering butthole. He looking like that dude Jordan Barrett. Come on, man. So you can imagine his brother's a little frail-looking motherfucker, little slightly effeminate-looking motherfucker. You can imagine what this little 17-year-old brother looks like. That's all I'm saying, man. So don't judge people, man. Stuff can happen. You can come from a corporate party, just have 2 drinks, man, and you're not really inebriated. But let's say, you know, for example, I'm gonna give you an example. Let's say a lady runs the red light, not you, and then she T-bones your car, bro, but she dies. Then when they do your blood alcohol, man, you don't have to believe me. Google it. They do your blood alcohol level. They're gonna say you're at fault because you shouldn't have been drinking and driving. See, the laws, man, are such that they trying to lock up people for any old thing because it's called the prison industry. It's called the Prison Industry Authority Complex. Google it. The Prison Industry Authority Complex. That's the modern day slavery. I don't care if you black, white, Indian, Mexican, Asian. United States is a fucking country. It's called a prison planet. They looking to lock motherfuckers up because it's a corrupt it's a corrupt governmental system, man. I don't want to go on a fucking political tirade here, but I'm just sharing with you, man. One thing I want to tell you for sure is once they get you to bare your cheeks, they will sear your cheeks with hot, wet semen, man, for weeks after weeks after weeks. And let me share with you what the definition of seared mean. Searing is a technique that involves scorching the outer surface of meat at a high temperature. When you do this, the outside of the meat will develop a delicious, crispy, and brown crust. This technique is often used to lock in the juice of the meat for a tender bite that's packed with flavor, bro. And that's what they're going to do to your cheeks. When they get you to bare your cheeks because you're afraid and you scared, dude, and you a little wimpy dude, and you thinking it's the only way because they talking about they going to kill you if you don't give up the cheeks. I'm going to tell you like this, what they taught us in the military. When I went to Panama, man, and I went to Desert Storm the first time, this is what they told us. Hey, man, if you should find yourself in a situation where you're out of ammo, dude, and they're going to take you hostage, man, then go out in the blaze of glory and kill as many as you can. Go out like Leonidas from 300, man. Or the Spartans roar, because let me tell you something, guys, whether you agree or disagree, I don't really give a fuck no more. I'm tired of trying to help you youngsters understand to live vicariously through me. Once they get you, man, in a torturous situation, bro, they're going to do things to you can't imagine. Like you might think you're a bad motherfucker, and you a tough motherfucker, and you a savage motherfucker. Hey, man, I'm not trying to be racist, man, but Middle Eastern dudes will turn you on some torture you ain't never imagined in your life. You'll tell everything, man, all the secrets you never knew you had, man, when they get done with you, and then they're still going to kill you. So let's continue, guys.
I mean, it's just hard to sit here and look at this and realize this is probably one of the last spots I actually seen him at was in that yard.
A kid like that shouldn't have been in prison, but because of the judicial system, we're sending a lot of young, troubled kids to the joint because they don't know what else to do with it. The classification system, if it had been running appropriately, should have kept him out of a cell or out of an environment where a guy was sodomizing him.
I think he was desperate, and unfortunately in this case, there were people in this department I was in that were less than professional, to say the least. The psychologist said, he's just another fucking inmate. And I rebut.
There you go, guys. Come on, man. Hey, man, I'm talking to you square dudes, man, that, you know, you be part of a community watch, man, and you help little old ladies cross the street. You help old dude with their taxes, man. You know, you a good dude, man. I don't care if you West Virginia, Alabama, you a good old dude. I'm not just talking about a good old white dude. I'm just talking about there's some good dudes in every race, man. You a square dude, you got a job, you pay your taxes, man, you vote, you know. You care about your community, you care about your offspring, man. You see, this is how the fucking staff think in maximum security prison. Oh, he's just another fucking animal. Fuck him. Nobody's in there as your friend. Nobody's coming to save you. You heard with this guy. I don't know if it was his father or whoever. Hey, man, the judicial system, dude, the classification system, they don't care. The system's broken, guys. That's what I'm trying to tell you, square dudes. I'm not even talking to gangsters and gangbangers and criminals. Hey, you know what? I agree with you, man. It's like Beretta says, you do the crime, don't do the crimes, you can't do the time. But I'm talking about a square little young dude, a troubled youth. Hey, guys, do your research, do the statistics now, man. Guys between the ages of 15 or 25 are lost generation, bro. They can't get a girlfriend because all the girls their age want NBA athletes, NFL athletes, movie stars, and rappers, and then famous people, dude. They can't get friends, man, because they lost their social skills. They're always on their phones, bro. They can't play sports because they didn't grow up, man, going to sports camp. All they did is grow up on their phones. They're a lost generation, bro, and they're troubled. So they just strike out. They do stuff like arson and stuff like that, graffiti, you know, stuff like that, dude. Drunk driving, just innocent stuff, just innocent teenage stuff. And then they get sent to maximum security prison with hardened criminals. And I don't care how many trolls, keyboard warriors, and cell soldiers get slipping through the comments. You're hearing this from actual staff, dude. What they do in maximum security prison. Don't believe the hype. These guys talking about, oh man, I did time and it's all consensual and it's all that. These is dudes as gang member drug addicts, bro. And they give love they get love from the homies and give love to the homies, and they all spread AIDS and HIV and Hep C and Hep V together, man. I'm talking about the square little young dudes that's not in gangs, bro. They're not part of a hood or a set or a clique, and they do some little silly shit like this. And why they send them to maximum security prison? Because the system's corrupt. Let me lower my voice because the youngsters are going to click off because they from a soft generation. But all I'm saying, man, hey, dude, some shit can happen. That's what I always tell you, man. I tell my girlfriend this. Always, always, always think before you act, no matter what it is, because one fucking decision you make can make you have a bad action that you can't change. And it'll change your life forever. Like you might even end it, because some dudes ain't built to get run up in, man. Let me tell you something, big homie. It ain't what you think it is.
I said, but he's being raped and they're beating him. And he said he probably likes it.
Frankly, in my own experience, it has almost never happened that we came up and verified that the offense did take place, or if the offense, or if there was some sexual activity, there wasn't some consensual agreement involved. Now, I'm not saying that rape doesn't take place in the penitentiary, because it does.
You know, you can see this pattern in some of the investigations that express this disbelief that a guy who did not want to have anal sex could be the victim of a rape. You know, that somehow, if it happened, it was because the guy wanted it.
Hey, man, I'm not going to even commentate on that, man. I'm going to let you guys come to your own conclusion, man. Everybody ain't bi, and everybody ain't bi-curious, and everybody don't want to have homosexual sex. And if they do, they don't want to be on the receiving end, because it's a lot more pleasurable to be the giver than the taker, especially if you're a 17-year-old little soft, little Jordan Barrett-looking little pale with the fucking pink fucking cheeks and the pink lips and the pink puckering butthole little white dude, man. Little Prince-looking dude. Come on, man.
State grievance 12/21/95. I have been sexually and physically assaulted several times by several inmates. I'm afraid to go to sleep, to shower, and just about everything else. I'm afraid that when I'm doing these things, I may die in any minute. Please, sir, help me.
You were seen by the Unit Classification Committee on December 18th, 1995, and your request for protection was denied unanimously.
And let me put it to you like this, guys, and I don't care. Listen to me, you square dudes, right? I don't care if the gangsters come on here and the gang members and the fucking shot callers come on here calling me a snitch. But several times, dude, I went to the fucking, the correction officer. I wore a 602. Let me tell you what happened. One time I was going to canteen, man, and I'm new on the yard. I finally you got to get privileges. I finally get privileges to get canteen. And my elderly mom sent me some money, man, from her fixed income. Just so you know, I can get toothpaste, man, and soups and tuna and sardines, you know, because they don't feed you good in prison. It's less than 1,500 calories. I don't care what nobody tell you. So I'm by myself. I'm a loner, man, and all the Crips is what's it called, rat ganged up. All the Bloods is ganged up. All the Seringos and Norteños is ganged up or clicked up, let's call it. The ABs and the fucking Hells Angels and the fucking others and the Black Gorilla family. I'm by myself. The Mexican mafia is all clicked up. So I'm in line, man, and these Crips walk up to me and say, "Hey, cuz, I see you going to the canteen, cuz this is how it's going to go down. You're going to get us some tobacco, man, and some coffee, man, and you're going to get us some Snickers bars and some Mr. Good bars and some chips." I was like, man, check this out, man. First of all, I don't eat none of that shit. I don't smoke. I don't drink coffee. And my mom sent me this money, motherfucker. They said, "Ninja, man, if you don't get that shit on the motherfucking slip, if you don't get that shit at the window, when you come out of there, man, we're going to put in work on you." They showed me a shank, man. They wiped their face like that, showed me a shank. So, you know, man, I'm a loner, man. I'm trying to do the right thing because let me tell you something. No matter what these youngsters tell you, you guys, you OGs and you square dudes, you guys in the prime of your life, in your 30s to 40s, 40s to 50s, 50s to 60s. Hey, man, I'm doing the best I can with the skills that I got, but I practice martial arts every day ever since I was 5. And I got a particular set of skills. When I release these dogs, man, some motherfuckers is going to meet Jesus. So I got up to the window. There's a correctional officer here. There's one up in what's called the catwalk, and it's the free man. And the free man, I come up to the window. I tell the correctional officer, "Look at this, guys." I said, "Hey, officer, you see those guys back there, the 5 guys that ganged up them Crips?" He said, "What about it, inmate?" I said, "Man, they telling me I got to get Zoom Zooms and Wham Bams and Snickers bars and this and good bars or everything, or they're going to put work up. They're going to put work on me." And this is what the correction officer told me. "Hey, man, you think I give a fuck?" I said, "Hey, officer, I'm just trying to stay out of trouble." He said, listen to me, inmate. Get the motherfucking canteen, shut the fuck up, and get out of line and get out of my face, man, or you can just not even get in the canteen. I was like, okay. So I tried my best, man, and then I get out the line, man. I walk, the Crips coming and they surround me, man. So I threw my canteen at the Crip. I did a front snap kick. When he came forward, I elbowed him, and then I tossed him into his homie, and then I did a side kick into the dude's leg, and then they said, "Everybody down!" So this is only my second time to the hole. So from the hole, I wrote a 602 grievance. And I was saying, you know, I reported the officer. I said, "Hey, I reported to the canteen officer that the Crips were trying to extort me. And he told me to get the fuck out of his face. Hey, bro, the goon squad came in and beat me so bad and pepper sprayed me, bro. Then I knew the whole system was corrupt. You can write a grievance. You can talk to the police. Nobody's there to save you. Nobody gives a fuck. And then, man, it was just by the grace of God, I didn't get a snitch jacket put on me, man, because they didn't know that I told the officer. And I don't call it telling. I'm just protecting myself, not trying to get more time. But then from there, I was on some straight savage shit. A dude even said hello to me in the morning. I'm just breaking him off because I'm knowing nobody gives a fuck and nobody's coming to save me because ain't no Captain Saver Cheeks in maximum security prison.
Unless you have new information to support your case for protection, your grievance is denied.
11396. I fear that my life is in danger. I've been threatened, jumped, and nearly stabbed many of times. I request to be placed on protective custody.
You have been reviewed twice by the Unit Classification Committee. Both times your request for protection was denied. Unless you have information to present, your request is still denied.
I called the ward. past the war and what was going on. What was he doing about it? And he wasn't doing nothing. He told me, he even told Rodney, learn to grow up. You're just a little boy. Learn to grow up. This happens every day. Learn how to deal with it. It's no big deal. And I've been told that so many times.
Even when I would ask him, I said, I'm trying really, really hard to get you some help. Can you hang on? He'd say, I'll try real hard.
P.S. I love you all. I wish I could be with you all. Spiritually, I am. Signed, Rodney Hewlin. I love you, Mom and Dad.
Wow, man. I don't know what to say, man. This is a really sad situation, man, but I just got to leave this in party, guys. In maximum security prison, you can't be scared or your butt cheeks will get bared and seared savagely until they leak, dude. And this happened to this young boy, and it happens to a lot of young boys and young men, man, and this is how it is. I don't care who tells you they don't play that in Cali and Texas and Louisiana and New York and Philly and Alabama and Mississippi. Get the fuck out of here. Tell that to little Rodney. So if you guys like the realness and the rawness, man, thumbs up the video, man, and leave a comment on how you feel about them sending youngsters under the age of 18 to maximum security prison for misdemeanor arson, man. And most importantly, if you're new to the channel, man, subscribe, hit the notification all bell, and then share the video, man, because we got to help these youngsters understand there's no justice, dude. So until next time, Ochi Silva, out.